we're driving down Dorado past Cape Harbor, heading west. Excuse me. I don't own the rights to this music. It is radio. So much has been cleaned up. We're in December. We're almost to Christmas. It's like December 20th. And we are almost 3 months post Hurricane Ian crashing into our area here, destroying so much of our beautiful area. Excuse me. I just had a chai latte at the French press. Most things have been cleaned up. Most of the debris is picked up, cleaned up, because we had a lot of debris for a while there. And you just still see that, some repairs that need done on houses, some roofs and things, but we're almost back to just beautiful Southwest Cape Coral, Southwest Florida. Pretty much all of the green things that you see now were brown right after the hurricane. So I love, 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 love seeing nature coming back. How resilient it is. It's awesome. I mean, I've lived in Cape Coral since 1994. Never seen anything even remotely close to this. I mean, Charlie kind of hit the northern part of the town more so than anything. But I mean, it was minuscule compared to just the strength and size of Ian. Just completely different. I know people that have lived here way longer than that and never, ever seen anything like this. So it was definitely one for the records. But it's important to know, if you are considering moving here, you need to be aware of the fact that a hurricane could hit here, and what does that look like? What does that mean? What do you need to know to be prepared for such things? Excuse me. What do you need to know for after? What are people dealing with now? People are still dealing with insurance, trying to get, excuse me, I don't know, I think there was probably too much sugar in that. People are still dealing with insurance to be able to repair their houses. People are trying to deal with contractors to get things repaired. It's a lot of stress and work. Right after the hurricane, excuse me, obviously we had no power, no water, and then we had water that was boil only water, for the south part if you weren't on a well and didn't have a generator. I mean, you can see a couple boats there. Maybe you can see it. And then, no internet. So for me and a lot of other people I knew, we didn't have cell service either. So just even trying to communicate at all for those first few weeks was just horrible, until we got, electricity and internet back, and then things started getting a little better. But you got to be prepared for that. If you're in a low-lying area, you better be prepared for flooding. If your house isn't built up to the code and the elevations, that's super sad. A lot of people lost everything in their house because their house was low. The first few days after the hurricane, you just saw everyone's belongings in those houses that were flooded just sitting in the curb for the trash. People that didn't come down right away, to remediate and get the water out and start cleaning up, could have had major mold issues. People that cleaned up right away, they had to remove some drywall and remove some things that got wet, and now they're rebuilding. But that part's not fun. It's not fun at all, but you get to live in paradise. And the other good thing, if there's a good thing about hurricanes, is you have a lot of notice about a hurricane. You may not know exactly where it's going, but one's brewing out there, so you can make